my name is Eddie Tofpik. I'm Head of Technical Analysis and Senior Markets Analyst at ADM Investor Services International Limited. As is usual at this time of year, I stop looking at my daily charts and instead concentrate on the longer term view, using my weekly, monthly, even yearly charts. If you'd like to discuss any of these, I'd only be too happy to hear from you. So let me now introduce today's longer term chart.
Today I'll be looking longer term at Paris milling wheat. There are a number of patterns on this market, some recent and big, and others longer term and big, though not so much in market price range. The immediate patterns are two very tall, very lopsided head and shoulders patterns. Even as I say this, I'm shuddering inwardly at these patterns as they just might not cut it. The first, with a dark blue neckline, currently well up off the top of my monthly chart, is the July 2021 to November 22 head and shoulders top. This has an almost impossibly steep neckline for this head and shoulders pattern, but it does give the following. Primary target at 241 and a harder to reach secondary target X further down at 163.5. The primary target for this pattern has already been reached, and in early 2024 prices did start approaching the secondary harder to reach target. The second head and shoulders pattern is based on the July 2021 to March 24 action, and has a red neckline that this time, while steep, is not as steep as the first pattern and is pointing downwards. It's currently at 177 even. At this time, the market has not triggered the move lower from this head and shoulders top, as it only managed a single monthly close below the neckline back in February 2024. And we saw a very strong reactionary combined key reversal up and bullish engulfing pattern in the following March 2024 action. It's also a little too early to call this as a possible head and shoulders continuation pattern, but the opportunity for one does exist. The longer term pattern, and the one which is small in price height but makes up for it by being stretched over a longer period, is the now broken, if still influential, 2007 to 2021 sideways triangle. The upper trend line is now well broken, but still influential. The 2007 to 2021 downtrend, currently at 231.5. That's it, what I'm talking about. Now, prices are still fiddling around this downtrend, despite the clear and strong breaks high we've seen since 2022. What is more is that the lower trend line of this same pattern, made up from the 2010 to date uptrend, currently at 189.5, is still live, with multiple approaches in 2016, 2017, and 2018, 2019, and most recently an approach and rejection higher in early 2019. This uptrend is not a low, as below we have the slightly older 2005 today uptrend, currently at 171.25, which also looks good if a little less steep. I suppose I could also draw a bullish Andrews or shift pitch hook for the action from 2016 today and thereby introduce yet another bullish trend line below, but I am loath to do so just now, as there is enough on the monthly chart to be going on with, though I do reserve the right to do so at some future date. The only other thing to discuss is the action over 2023 and 2024. This does have elements of a possible diamond pattern, but so far it is poorly defined, other than it looks like one may be building up. Please bear this in mind as 2025 develops. Finally, I've drawn an October 2022 to May 2024 bearish shift pitchfork, which I've chosen this time not to highlight, because I feel I should draw it as a requirement and I do not have any real confidence in it. Additionally, because this year, 2025, we are pushing up and out of it over the upper time, which is currently at 241.5, I would add a supplementary point in that I would carefully watch the mauve 5-year moving average, above, currently at 267.75, as a little above the market, as it successfully capped the action in July 2023 and again in May and June 2024.
Thank you for watching and listening. This annual broadcast gives the essential market patterns and consequences. Please be aware of the risk disclaimer posted both at the front and at the back of this broadcast. Copyright is Eddie Tofpik and ADM Investor Services International Limited. And here comes the final bit. you.